Hi, students. The second part, all right, I'll begin with the review of the second paragraph. The main idea, the first point, and the phrase and the words you have to learn. And then the second point and the third point, all right. And then there are some words you have to learn how to use because I think they are important in this paragraph. The first one is sustainable, is an adjective here, all right? And then the next one is a verb, adapt. Actually, there are some meanings in this word, but it depends on the context. All right, here it means to accept, to choose, all right? And I give you some synonyms. And then the next one is resource efficient. All right, I have elaborated it in the previous film. All right, but here that is the definition. And then demolition, right, the act of destroying something such as a building or other structure. All right, then maybe that's a new word to you, or maybe you don't know how to use it. All right, so then next part is the next paragraph. The main idea is green buildings can reduce pollution and save water. These two purposes are very important, especially to save our earth, right? So that's why we need green buildings. And then the first point is environmentally, green buildings can decrease the amount of emissions, all right, and compare with the traditional fossil fuels and traditional electricity, right? Okay, traditional fossil fuels means the coal, the oil, the petroleum. Okay, all right, and as we know, they will pollute our air, right? And then traditional electricity usually produced by these fossil fuels, right? Okay, and then the second one is green buildings can also save water by recycling rainwater and using green water, which is the water produced by things like toilets and other appliances. All right, what is green water? Okay, after which you will know what green water is. All right, and then I will analyze the this sentence in the following one. Okay, because there is the relative clause here, right? And the relative clause is the focus of our lesson in this lesson. All right, and then the next one is green roofs that are covered with plants can additionally trap water and help create cleaner air for the atmosphere, right? As we know, if we plant a lot of trees, and then we can have the fresh air, right? So we call the green parts. It is the lung of the cities, right? Okay, and then trap water means to keep water, right? And then the mudslides will not happen. Okay, and in this paragraph, it also suggests some way to reduce the emissions or pollutions. For example, we have to cooperation with a local public transport, right? Uh, Public transport means MRT, train, buses, or maybe you can uh, ride a bicycle, or walk to school, or even use the skateboard, right? Something you don't uh, use much traditional fuels, or use a lot of energies. All right, and then again in this sentence there is a relative clause here that are covered with, that is a conjunction as well as a pronoun. All right, and it refers to green roofs. All right, and then if you see some pictures of the green buildings, you will see usually they will grow some plants on the roofs. Okay, and it makes the buildings beautiful and become a good view, and they are also useful, right, in this way. Okay, and then there are some words you have to learn. All right, decrease here means a verb. All right, we know two pronunciations for this word, decrease and decrease, right? And then there are some synonyms here. And then the next one is contribute to, all right? It means give to or to help to cause an event or situation, all right? And then such as means examples, right? Okay. Uh, and then I give you some synonyms, all right? And then pollutant is a substance that pollutes, all right? And then I give you the examples, two substance here. And then appliances, okay? There are some appliances in our houses, such as the fridges, freezers, dishwashers I mentioned here. And what are other appliances in your houses? Okay, probably you can write it down in the discussion session. All right, and give the examples. Okay, and you can get extra points. All right, and then trap. Okay, it's a verb here. All right, it's not a noun. All right, it means to catch, to keep. All right, and then there's a sample sentence, and then I will analyze some sentences. All right, the first one is pollutants that are released by fossil fuels and traditional electricity contribute to climate change and create bad air quality. All right, that are is something I add here, right? Because I make this part as adjective close, relative close, right? And then contribute to climate change and create bad air quality are connected by and. So this is a parallel structure, right? And then the next sentence is green buildings use techniques such as solar power, natural lighting, and cooperation with local public transport to reduce harmful emissions. All right. Two is an infinitive here. All right, and this part means purpose, which means these techniques are used for this purpose. Okay, all right, and then solar power, you know that, right? Natural lighting. These two things are related to sunshine. All right, and you have to design the windows or design the buildings to let the sunshine in, all right, to make your houses become light, right? Instead of using the artificial lights or artificial bulbs, which will cost you a lot of money, right? Okay, and then the next paragraph, the main idea is green buildings cost a little more but save money in the long run, right? And actually, in this paragraph, this is a kind of misconception that green buildings cost a lot of money, all right? But actually, after you read this, then you will clarify this kind of misunderstanding, all right? The first point is the common misconception about green buildings is that they are much more expensive to build and maintain than traditional buildings. All right. I underline these two parts because I want to catch your attention. All right. Especially the word maintain is a verb here, and then we see the maintenance in other paragraphs, right? Okay, maintenance is a noun, all right, and I want you to pay attention is the spelling, okay, and then here are the examples. Okay, all right, and the last point is about some studies showed the fact that it is not right that green buildings will cost a lot, right? The first point is the cost of green buildings are not substantially higher. Substantially means in large scale, right? That means, all right, probably in the beginning you will spend more, all right, but it is not a big amount of money, all right. And then the next point is they also provide their own economic advantages. What are the advantages? Let's see, all right. The first one is the adoption of renewable energy sources can lead to huge reductions in operation cost that quickly recover any extra money spent initially. All right, renewable energy sources are very important nowadays. All right, so in the next lesson, I will explain this. All right, and to a full extent. Okay, and lead to means come to some kind of result. All right, operation means you live in house and you have to use the machines or you have to maintain the house. Okay, and of course you spend money on them, but actually if you use the so-called renewable energy sources, adoption means use, right? Adoption is the noun of the adopt. Okay, then you will recover. That means the money will come back. All right, the extra money. That means the money uh, cost or more than the traditional building will come back later. All right, initially it means in the beginning. Okay, all right, and then the last point is as the cost of the non-renewable resources continue to rise, these are savings that will only increase in the future. All right, the non-renewable is the opposite resources of renewable energy sources, right? Okay, so unrenewable sources may be the traditional one like coal, petrol, or oil, right? Okay, and then these two close are relative close. Okay, I hope you can understand these two relative close. All right, and then furthermore, studies have shown that green buildings result in healthier and more productive employees. All right, result in also means to come to this kind of result. I think these 2 points are very important because healthier and productive employees will save money of the healthcare and will make the money uh, more productive. Then the money will earn the company will earn money, right? Okay, and then this has the effect of not only reducing healthcare costs but also maximizing company profits. Yeah, as I said. Okay, not only but also parallel structure. And then you have to tell me what is this. Okay, well, this is a pronoun. Okay, referring to something, right? And then uh, the words, the definition of misconception. All right, and then actually miss is a prefix, and if you put the prefix in the head of the word, then it becomes the opposite meaning, right? Okay, so here I give you some examples. All right, and then the next one, the main idea is socially green buildings improve the health of the general public as well as employee health. All right. In the previous paragraph, we talk about the employee health, but that is just in the smaller scale. All right. But in the larger scale, for the public, for more people, green buildings also help them. All right. So there are some points here. The first one is green buildings help combat air pollution with good ventilation and by using materials that emit little or no toxic substances. All right, this underlying part is also a relative clause. Okay, and the bold formed words are the words I will explain later. Okay, and then the next point is, in addition, the focus on more attractive and green spaces means that people have more beautiful places to work and to live in. All right, don't forget this word in because in a places, right? Okay, as we know, green spaces can give you, good mood, or the building will become more attractive, or more beautiful, and green plains can give the fresh air. Right, so many advantages. All right, so that's why we think green buildings are quite useful for uh, the public, the general people, right? All right, and then the next point is, so how are different countries around the world adopting green buildings? All right, in the following paragraphs, we can see three examples, okay? And then some words, all right? Renewable is an adjective here, all right? And replenished means you can refill the substance, right? And then the next one, maximize and maximum, the verb, the noun, all right? And then these two words are very common in the English articles, right? All right, and then the last part is the form I want to show you how to tell the part of speech of uh, the word family. Okay, so you can put your words in this way. All right, and then the next word I want you to know how to use it is fleeting. Actually, it's an adjective here, but here I want you to know it comes from the verb fleet. All right, so I give you the example of fleet. All right, fleet means makes people suffer. Okay, and then compact. Actually, compact can be a noun or a verb, but here it's a verb. Okay, and drastic means is a very kind of intensive measures, intensive ways. All right, and then ventilation. You see the verb in the form, right? And the ventilation is a noun, right? To cause fresh air to enter and move around in the closed space, all right? Traditionally, the building we are living in or we are working in right now are closed space, all right, and the air is not flowing uh, in a good way. I mean, there is a fresh air coming in, and the uh, CO2 will go out. All right, it's not a situation in the traditional building. All right, but in the green building, the ventilation is different. All right, so that's why we need a green building because it is healthier, right? People will get much more fresh air. All right, and then the next one is toxic. All right, toxic means poisonous. All right, these two words are very similar. Okay, all right, and then the next one is I want to analyze some sentences. All right, the first one is socially green buildings can not only improve employee health but also the health of the general public. All right, not only but also our conjunction, right? Okay, and then in this kind of uh, sentence, it is also a kind of parallel structure. And then the second one is currently. Currently means nowadays. All right, air pollution is a problem. Uh, that is okay. That is something I add. All right, affecting many countries worldwide. And according to a recent report by WHO, means World Health Organization, poor air quality may pose a risk to the health of over half of the world's population, right? And parallel structure, and that is affecting many countries is relative close. All right, and then pose a risk too. That means to make people in risk of getting illness or become ill, right? And then last one, green buildings help combat air pollution with good ventilation and by using materials that emit little or no toxic substances, right? With and by are two prepositional phrases, and this is a kind of parallel structure, and that emit little or no toxic substances is a relative close, right? And that, okay, means the materials, okay? And then in the next sentence, in addition, the focus on more attractive and green spaces means that people have more beautiful places to work and live in, all right? I emphasize the word in, all right? Here, the subject is focus, all right? And then this is the, you know, the part that follows focus, all right? But the main idea is here, all right? And the verb is means, all right? And then that is a non-clause. That is not a relative clause. So you have to tell them apart, all right? After that, it's not a verb, okay? So that is not the relative clause, all right? That means, all right, a conjunction to, okay? But after it, it is the subject of this word, but means, okay? All right, and then the next paragraph is an example of Taipei 101. It's the world's tallest green building. All right, have you been there? I've been there once. All right, just out of curiosity, but I don't want to be the upstory deck. All right, on the 89th floor because the fear of height. All right, and then the ticket is expensive too. All right, but the price is $600 in Taiwanese dollars. Okay, but well, if you are that kind of person, it means you are not afraid of the height, and then maybe you can go there to enjoy the view of the whole city, the Taipei city, right? And then you can see yourself just like standing in the crowds. Okay, and then let's see some details about this building. All right, it's located in Taiwan, of course, and it's about 509 meters tall. And Taipei 101 features a series of eco-friendly systems and equipment that allowed it to outperform average buildings by 30% in energy efficiency. All right, the wave underlines means the word is a verb. Okay, because feature sometimes we see in an article and it is a noun, all right, but here is a verb. Okay, and then that allow it to blah blah. This relative clause. Okay, and eco-friendly, all right, is a very popular word right now, right? That means to be friendly to our environment. Okay, and then the next one is Taipei 101 utilizes a water saving system in its toilets and kitchens, as well as recycled water for its plants and greenery. All right, and then again, this is a verb as well as means and. All right, and recycled here is an adjective. Okay, and then the next point is through strict water management, waste management, Taipei 101 recycles 71% of its annual waste. All right, recycles means to use again, right? And then management means waste management means to deal with the wastewater, the garbage. All right, and then you know because they have the very careful and very useful way to manage the waste, then they can save some money or some energy, right? Annual means every year, okay? Right? And then the next point is dining facilities at Taipei 101 buy at least 25% of their food ingredients grown within a 160 kilometers radius to minimize their carbon footprints. Carbon footprints means 碳足迹, which means, because they buy something in a certain area, all right, and the area is quite near to their facilities, then the transportation will not emit a lot of air pollutants. Okay, all right. So that's why it can minimize the carbon footprints. All right, and then later on I will explain what dining facility radius and minimize are. Okay, and then the next point is about although the project to make a Taipei 101 green cost 60 million NT dollars. All right, it's about 2.08 million US dollars, but is estimated that it saves the building about 1.2 million US dollars in energy costs each year, right? So in the beginning, of course, we think it costs a lot, right? But in the long run, all right, it saves money actually, all right, and it is estimated it is a kind of sentence structure, right? And is means the point after that, all right? So that is blah blah blah. That it is saves the building blah 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 is a non-clause, right? It is not a relative clause. Okay, all right. And then I want to show you two special sentence structures. All right, they are participial structures. Participial, there are two kinds. One is past participle and present participle. And here, located in Taiwan means Taipei 101 is located in Taiwan, and the Taipei 101 are omitted. And standing 509 meters tall, standing means Taipei 101 is standing. Or again, Taipei 101 is are omitted. So if you want to write this kind of structure, you have to know the subject, all right? The subject of these two parts are the same, all right? The subjects are the same, okay? So in this way, you can omit the subject and the verb be, all right? And I think that this kind of structure are very common in English articles. So I hope you can familiar with this kind of structure, okay? And then some words, okay? Feature a verb, outperform a verb, okay? And then outperform is a combination of two words, out and perform, all right? Okay, but it's very common. Out will be combined with other verb to become one word, and they means similarly, all right? And then if you come across another words with this kind of combination, then you can put them together and to compare them. Why we use out to mean something better, okay? And then last one is utilize. It means to use something in an effective way, right? And then minimize, okay, is the opposite word of maximize, right? Okay, and next one is dining facilities, means restaurants or catering industry, all right? And then radius means the distance from central point, which means half of the diameter. We know the word diameter, right? Okay, and then the sample sentence, all right? I hope they are clear enough for you. And then let's come to the next paragraph, which is about another country, Bangladesh. All right, Bangladesh is a country here. Okay, it's circled by India, but it's by the sea. Actually, this country is in danger. All right, it's disappearing. Okay, and maybe you are not familiar with this country. All right, but all right, when we mention the damage caused by the climate change, then this country will become a good example, so-called good example. All right, let me show you the details. All right, the first one is in some places, green buildings are actually becoming a necessity. All right, for example, just like this country, right? Bangladesh currently ranks first as a nation where people are most vulnerable to the impacts of climate change. All right, vulnerable to. Okay, vulnerable means weak. All right, and this is a phrase: be vulnerable to. And later on, I will explain how to use it. Okay, again, rank here is a verb. All right. All right. So that's why Bangladesh is mentioned in this paragraph in this lesson. All right. Impact means strong influence. All right. And then the next point is due to bad quality drinking water, poverty, overpopulation, and the flooding. Bangladesh requires long-term solutions for its environmental problems. All right, these are the reasons, right? Okay, and then green buildings ensure efficient use of water and energy in a nation that is struggling to meet the needs of its people. All right, so green building maybe can solve the problem in Bangladesh. All right, ensure means to make something very certain, right? And here again, that is struggling to meet the needs of its people is relatively close, and that means the nation, and meet the needs, meet somebody's needs. That means to provide the things the people needs, all right, or to feed the people, to support the people's life, people's living, okay. And then the next point, the first green building in Bangladesh was built in 2008, and since then, local universities have begun to promote courses in sustainable design. All right, so it's urgent for Bangladesh to solve the problem. So people have to work out the solutions. So that's why the universities offer these courses, right? And next one, emphasize it again. Okay, and going green may indeed be crucial to the survival of this country. Going green is a term, popular term nowadays, right? And then later on, I will explain how to use the word "be crucial to." That means it's urgent or it's essential to, uh, make the country still exist on Earth. Okay, all right. And then the words and the phrases. Before that, I will show you some so-called green buildings. Okay. All right, good views, right? Enjoyable, all right, and then it can make the city, have a very beautiful landscape, right? And then the words you have to know: be vulnerable to, vulnerable means weak, right? And some synonyms here, all right, and then next one, due to means owing to, and also I give you some synonyms, okay? And then go green means to become a green city, all right? And then be crucial to, involving an extremely important decision or result, okay? And then the logo of go green. All right, then let's go to the next country, the United States. Green homes provide cheaper energy bills and healthier environments with cleaning air, right? And the reasons are offered by the example of the United States, okay? In the US, in the 1970s, after a sudden increase in oil prices, uh, then people begin to discuss the necessity of greenhouses, all right? And the second reason is the environmental movement, okay? That means people are aware of the damage that, you know, make the environment and where we live worse and worse. So they um, you know, uh, promote some policies or promote some styles of living uh, to uh, make the situation better. Okay, and the two minor points here. Search for ways to improve energy efficiency, and the second point is find renewable energy sources. All right, for example, wind, sunlight. All right, and something else. Okay, and then the next point is today, with oil prices once again on the rise, and green affordable housing is becoming increasingly common in the US. All right. Uh, Many people think greenhouses are expensive, all right, so they don't consider them, all right. But if they are affordable, then I think green buildings will become popular, right? Okay, so you will see affordable housing is kind of housing that is designed for low income families, all right. That is designed again a relative close, and then making these houses green is an advantage as though uh, the initial cost is a little higher, right? Okay, then you will know why people need green houses, and the next step is to make them affordable. All right, and so we have to find out a sustainable eco strategy. All right, it's urgent and urgent because our Earth is in danger. Some countries are in danger, right? Okay, just like the languages. All right, and then the phrases we have to learn. The first one is along with. All right, means in addition to someone or something, together with someone or something. All right, and then on the rise, that means increasing in frequency or intensity. All right, that means the prices of the oil, all right, or the coal, and some traditional fuels are soaring, right? And then provide A with B, all right, to give somebody something that they need, all right. Provide the okay the ship with radar equipment, all right. Okay, and then initial is an adjective. Initially is an adverb. Okay, initial means at the beginning. All right, and then affordable means able to be bought. Right, afford is a verb. Affordable is an adjective. All right, then let's come to the last paragraph. All right, there are some ways to make houses green and save money. That means if you are not living in the greenhouse, all right, then but you can do something to save energy and to go green. All right. The first point is start up by making sure that all your appliances and the light bulbs are energy efficient. All right. That is a noun clause, not the adjective clause here. I have to make it first. All right. But in this sentence, all right, that are the policies that our government promote, right? Change your boats to save the electricity bill, all right, and change the appliances at home, all right, and also to reduce the use of electricity, right? All right, and then the second way, in summer, you should try to use fans more often than air conditioning, as air conditioning not only uses a lot of energy, it releases CO2, means carbon dioxide, right, into the atmosphere. And air conditioning is also the killer of the polar bears, right? Okay, you see, uh, so cute animals are uh, disappearing, right? And then the next way is using green water at home to water plants can help conserve water. All right. And then the next one, if you are more serious, you may even consider replacing your windows or installing solar panels on your roof. or is a conjunction here, is also make the sentence become a parallel structure. All right, if you are serious, okay, all right, solar power can, produce electricity for you, right? And then, okay, your windows will make the natural light coming in, and also again save the electricity bill, right? Okay, and then let's come to the conclusion. As the pollution of the planet increases and our natural resources decrease, going green is something that we must all think about for a better future. All right, then I hope you can learn the lesson and make our earth green forever. Okay, and then the last picture is something maybe strange to you. All right, it's kind of building and it is almost finished. Okay, and in April you will see the building is going to is functioning. All right, guess what this building is? Of course, it's a green building. All right, and it is a structure for a special company in U.S. and this company is very famous for the new technology, and the company is established by a very special person who has already who has been dead already, and but a lot of people use the appliances. I mean the devices, made or invented by him. Okay, I have given you enough clues, all right? So I hope you know what this building is, all right? And then let's come to the end of this lesson and see you next time.